This is video part 3 in my series in getting my eyebrow hair transplants done in Miami, Florida. Definitely check out the first 2 to see the process firsthand.
Day 2 after procedure, I am swollen again. I'm not gonna lie, I did not sleep with my head up, and that is probably why I'm swollen again. I'm a side sleeper, and it's so hard for me to get comfortable on my back. It's literally impossible, let alone get comfortable on my back at an inclination. It's literally impossible. So what I ended up doing is when I needed to get on my sides, I would just put my hand between my face and the pillow, and that kept my face, this part of my eyebrows, from touching the pillow and like rubbing off or changing the direction of the graft. So I did that. It still made me very nervous, but I'm a very light sleeper. Would not recommend. I don't think you're supposed to do that anyway, so don't do it. But very light sleeper, and if I needed to move, I would have woken up. And I woke up in the morning to make sure I still have all my grafts, and I still do. So this is day 2, and I'm so excited to see the final result. Line is down. Hopefully I still have all my grafts so I can see what it looks like, but I can already tell it's gonna look amazing. Remember, this is not part of the shape of the eyebrow. That's why it looks scarce here, because I had my original brow, which is lower, and Dr. Epstein went higher than my original brow. So I never, even as a kid, had hair this high up. So it definitely gave me like a brow lift look, and it's to a degree to where I'm like, do I even need a brow lift in March? Because that was the plan, but now I'm thinking I don't need it. At least I don't need one that goes like this, because Dr. Epstein basically gave me a brow lift because my brow is now higher than where it was originally. I may get a lift that just goes this way and just opens up this space, but I can't speak now because I'm swollen. I don't know what it's gonna look like when the swelling is gone. But yeah, I'm so happy to finally have eyebrows that are permanent. Gosh, I'm so happy, but I'll keep you updated as the swelling goes down. Okay, so we're still day 1 post-op, and it's 4:30 p.m. and it feels like the swelling and the bruises are moving down. As you can see, I'm getting bruising here, and I'm getting bruising right there, and the swelling is moving down, and my eyes were really stinging me for a little bit, but I think the bruising is moving downwards. I'm really swollen in the eyes. I feel like I definitely was not this swollen last night, and it's probably because I did not sleep with my head up. I slept on my sides a lot, and you're not supposed to. But I'm about to go walk outside in the cold air because it's really cold outside, and last night when I did that, I just felt so much better. You cannot ice them because you can't have your brows get wet. But yeah, these bruises are definitely new. Morning. It is day 3, or it's day 2 post-op, but usually day 3 after procedure is the most swelling, and I know that because I've had a nose job before, so this is what I look like. But I think this is the worst of it, and starting tomorrow it should lessen. But now that my swelling is down here, I'm going to be icing my cheeks. So I wanted to show you before I ice, but I'm going to be icing them. 2 things are bothersome. The swelling, obviously you feel like your eyes are halfway closed, and if you're claustrophobic like I am, tend to go down a path of like, oh my god, I feel claustrophobic because I can't even open my eyes, but I'm okay. And then the other thing is stinging eyes. For some reason, every little bit my eyes start to sting and I just start tearing up. It's thankfully a lot better today with the stinging eyes. Yesterday was really bad, but I don't feel any pain unless obviously you hit it by mistake, or pain in the scalp. The scalp does get a little itchy because it's drying up, but I don't really have any pain, thankfully. This should be the peak, and we should be going downhill from here. I'll keep you updated. Day 4. And we're like almost 9 p.m. right now, okay? 9 p.m., day 4. This is what we look like. I will say, I did wake up fully swollen, like day 2 swollen, okay? It seems that when you go to sleep, you wake up fully swollen. Or not fully, but more swollen than when you went to sleep. Like I am, as you can see here, like The swelling is really gone down. The bruising is turning colors and hopefully it'll be gone soon. But the swelling is almost all gone. So I have a feeling this is what we're working with final shape and look. Now, one thing you want to consider is that right now there's a scab on top of them and there's dry things, okay, on there. I haven't washed them. You're not supposed to wash them for 5 to 10 days. I'm going to the 10 days. I know it's crazy. All I want to do right now is get under a hot shower and I can't do that. We definitely take that stuff for granted, but it's okay. Have my eye on the prize. So I do want to take after photos right before I wash them because I have a feeling when I wash my face, they're gonna start dropping. They will drop. Most of them will drop off around 1 to 2 weeks. I think around that time frame. And then they'll come back out 3 to 4 months down the line. So it does take some time to get them back. So I will be definitely going back to my sparse eyebrows, or nearly non-existent eyebrows. I did pluck this morning. I felt like I was in too much pain. So I plucked the old hair that was here and here. And once I plucked, oh my God, can you tell? They look so good once I plucked the old hair that wasn't part of the shape. And also another reason to pluck the old hair is I want to know what hair once it comes back out to keep off my face, because I don't want to wait another 4 months before I can have shaped eyebrows again. So if I can kind of make a mental note on the hair here that is not part of the shape, otherwise I'm gonna have to wait until they fully come back out again. But just wanted to show you what they look like. I think I'll still wake up with some swelling because I have not been sleeping with my head up other than a regular pillow. I am a side sleeper and I've been struggling to sleep on my back. And like I said in my first video, when I side sleep, I put my hand in between the pillow and my head so nothing scrapes the sides of my eyebrows here because I don't want to lose the sides. So yeah, I'll show you what I look like tomorrow morning. All right, day 5 post-op. As you can tell, I washed my hair again and blow dry it because I was ready to feel like a human again. So that's what I did. My husband helped me. I actually used something to keep my eyebrows. Okay, so I used basically Shield to keep my eyebrows from getting wet. And my husband helped me wash my hair. But basically this is what they look like. And this is removable adhesive and it goes on like this. And then I double taped it and I used some of this to double tape. And that way I didn't get it wet and I just washed my hair standing like this and getting it all in the back. But just glad to be feeling like a human again. The swelling is almost gone. I don't feel much swelling anymore and it's only bruising, and as you can see, it's the yellowing of the bruises. I don't know if I said this yesterday, but I plucked out the old hair so I have a crisp, shape, and I really like the shape. I actually forgot to tell you one other thing. I stopped using the cream that I was given for bacteria. Basically, it's an antibacterial cream to put on all my little wounds in the back of my head. You stop that after 3 days, so I think I started getting really dry and scabby. So it's been really itchy, unfortunately. I ended up having to put it on last night, but today I washed my hair and definitely felt soreness and pain and itchiness. But what I found really helped is taking some Tylenol because it just numbed that feeling a little bit, so I'm able to survive without viciously trying to scratch my head and ultimately really hurt myself. So yeah, I just wanted to give you a heads up. The other symptom that I was experiencing just up until now was stingy eyes and really bad swelling. The swelling isn't painful, it's just annoying, but the stingy eyes is also annoying and slightly painful. Now I'm thinking about it and I wonder if the stingy eyes happened because whatever's on my eyebrows was actually like falling into my eyes. I'm not sure, but yeah. But I'm a lot better today and starting to feel more like myself. Okay, we are exactly a week from getting procedure done. And there is currently no swelling, so the swelling is all gone. Yeah, like there's no swelling, there's just the remaining bruising that you see here. The eye shape is very obvious. I'm sorry, the eyebrow shape is very obvious at this point. Very, very, very obvious. Now, technically I'm safe to wash my face, let water run down. If you can see, it is very, very scabby, like, and if you touch the hair like this, it's like prickly, which is very, like, not what usually the hair is. It's very prickly. But here's the deal. I just have the urge to just have a full shower, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to wait one more hair washing cycle. So I've been kind of cleaning my skin, my forehead with some facial toner right here. But what I'm gonna do before I hop in the shower and wash my hair, I'm gonna put these on and I'm gonna tape it to my forehead to keep the eyebrows from getting wet. And I'm gonna go another 3 days. I know. That's what I'm aiming for. So I'm gonna go till Sunday. Today is Friday. I'm gonna go to Sunday night. So that would almost bring us to 10 days post-op before I wash them. Now, there is a potential that after I wash and the scab starts to fall off, that I'm gonna lose a lot of the hair, which is expected. You do lose the hair that they put in, but you don't actually lose the actual follicle that will end up coming back 3 to 4 months from now. So the full result to look this good and shaped again, it'll be 3 to 4 months from now. But I wanted to show you this before, you know, just in case they get wet, but hopefully, since I'm showering them by myself this time, hopefully they will not. This is what it looks like after I put it on. And I also made sure there's sticky part on the actual thing, but I also made sure to tape it down just to keep them from getting wet. Okay, did it pass the test? Let's see. Let us see, dears. Yeah, it did. It did pass the test. We're officially 8 days. And honestly, I think they're so dry that they're so itchy right now. And I think it's time to wash them because they're so dry and they're driving me nuts. So I'm gonna go ahead and wash them. Let's see, I might have a lot of hair fall off. So say goodbye to the beautiful brows because once you wash, they'll start falling. They'll come back, but for now, they're gonna fall. But the only reason, so I've been wanting to, ever since I got these new brows, I'm like, I don't even need a brow lift anymore because Dr. Epstein technically already lifted my brows because my original hair was like halfway through here, and every time I smiled, my eyes just constricted just kind of collapsed on themselves. But now that I have brows, I don't feel that way anymore, especially with Botox and the crow's feet. I don't feel like I'll have that problem. So I've been like going like this and like, do I want a temporal lift like this, and does it actually dress the cheeks? I've been trying to contact the doctor that I'm gonna do it with to ask these questions, and yeah, do I want that or do I not want that? But here we go, let's wash. Oh, this scab is so thick. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to get it off. It's like literally just getting it wet. This scab is so, I don't like, how do I even get the scab off? Yeah, it's not doing anything, guys. Like, what am I supposed to do? I don't know. It's just wetting the scab and nothing is coming off. I have no clue. What? Like, what am I supposed to do, you know? I don't know. What am I, doesn't even look like I did anything. The scab is so thick. Can't even touch my actual skin underneath the scab. I don't want to pull at the scab either. Yeah, I just don't feel comfortable doing that. I'm gonna just need to get under a shower. All right, we are day 10 post-op, and actually, I ended up washing my eyebrows and you guys saw me on day 8. And when I say washing, I started also rubbing them and got some of this stuff off. It's like really hard. It's a really hard scab, and it's not like a blood scab that washes off. It's a crusty, like, part of the follicle scab. So the instructions said to rub. Honestly, after looking at studies, or I found this one study, which I will link below, it says that you still have a risk of pretty much losing a follicle up until 9 days or even 10 days post-op. And I wish I waited to day 10. I should have waited to day 10 because I started losing some hair, and that's why you guys see gaps. But I'm not sure if I lost like the actual part that has to regrow, and I hope not. But this is where we're at. I mean, the shape is still there. I still have some bruising. The swelling is gone, but the bruising. I was told to take Ernic, which is a supplement, which I didn't. That helps with bruising, but that's why I'm still bruised slightly. I don't really mind the bruising. I work from home, but this is where we are. Okay, so we are almost 2 weeks. Tomorrow will be 2 weeks since surgery. Ignore that I have a cold, but you can see I still have a little bruising going on. The swelling is gone, thankfully. I washed all the crusty stuff off. I did lose some of the hair. You're supposed to, and it comes back. So the one thing I wanted to show you really quick before I lose all the hair. So I'm gonna look in the mirror here, but you see this portion right here? Like my original brow used to be right here. That's where the top of my original brow used to be. So as you can see, currently the thickness, half of it on the top was actually what Dr. Epstein put in for me. And I used to think I needed a brow lift, but now I feel like the brow lift that I needed. So it technically is a brow lift, just using a different technique of just putting hair. So yeah, I don't think I need a brow lift anymore. I know I spoke about that initially in my other video because as you can see, I don't feel like it provides much of a difference. Or I should say, I'm not sure I want that difference because this is a little excessive. But the fact that I already have like a built-in brow lift with just getting a hair transplant, let me tell you, so much better than actually going through. Obviously, my scalp was not cut into. I feel like that would have made the healing process a lot harder. The scalp area is definitely more tender for me than my brows ever were. And I got the procedure where they take the follicles directly from my scalp, so they didn't have to cut any strip of hair from my head. Luckily, I feel like that was better for me just because I don't have like a huge incision and stitches that need to heal. So they're just little dots everywhere in the donor area. And I didn't mind my hair being shaved off. But yeah, I feel like a brow lift is definitely more of a surgery because they cut in your scalp and then they detach ligaments and then they lift things up. So definitely hair transplant over actually going through that whole process. So that's definitely something to look into. If you feel like you may need a brow lift and you just don't have hair, it may just be that you don't have hair. I'll keep you updated as the hair starts to fall out, and then final results. They say even like it could be 8 months to a year before you see final results, but I'm hoping I'm gonna be actually using my LED, my red light LED I got it for my rosacea, but I'm hoping that also there's research that shows that it does help hair growth. So hoping that will kind of accelerate things for me as well, but I'll keep you updated. Hello. All right, we are 1 day past 2 weeks, so we're 15 days post-op. And yes, I still have bruising, but honestly, I don't think this is normal. I was told during the procedure that I just have really good circulation. I am a huge coffee drinker, and that's one thing you can't drink the morning of the procedure, which I didn't. I did not drink it, but maybe it's in my system. I don't know. So yeah, I'm still slightly bruised. This is taking forever to go away, but I'm presentable. One thing I noticed that took me a while to actually comprehend is dry eyes. I have dry eyes after the procedure, and it's usually at night. So when I wake up, I have a hard time opening my eyes, and they're usually really, really dry. And I know that happened after I got eye surgery. Well, I got LASIK for vision a long time ago, but I didn't know it also happens with eyebrow hair transplant. So that is maybe a common or not so common thing that I experienced. The scalp area finally has no more pain anymore. So that was good because honestly, that was really
for me more bothersome than my eyebrows. And I don't know if you noticed, but I've actually lost a lot of the hair. I thought I was going to lose all of it within the first 2 weeks, but I still have some of it because you can still see the shape. I know this one's probably lost some of the corner here, but yeah, I still have the shape. I don't know when it's gonna fully all fall out because it's supposed to fall out in 3 to 4 months from now. You should see the regrowth coming back. I will create another video updating you on when it all falls out, when it starts coming back, what the final shape looks like, and what the hair actually looks like, because I look shaggy right now. I haven't tried to cut it or anything. I left it as is because I just don't want to tug on it. But yeah, I'll keep updating you because this is a process for sure. Like there's no process. It's just the waiting is the process. So I'll keep you updated. Stay tuned.